Armor Pambeto Division, formerly known as the Mechanized Infantry Division, is one of the primary units of the Philippine Army stationed at Camp O'Donnell, ERGY, Stung, Lucia, Capiz, Tarlac, Philippines. One of the Philippine Army's major units or PAMUs, the Armor Pambeto Division, is a combined arms organization composed of tank, cavalry and mechanized infantry. The Armor family is a combination of strength and flexibility, ready to undertake anything that lies ahead of them. The Philippine Revolutionary Army, starting in 1898, officially included the cavalry as one of its arms. During the American occupation, a full cavalry regiment, the 26th Cavalry Regiment, Philippine Scouts, was formed in 1922 to provide a cavalry regiment to the regular forces of the Philippine Scouts. This regiment was based in Fort Stustenberg, Angeles, Pampanga. With the formation of the AFP in 1935 came the formation of the 1st Cavalry Regiment under the 1st Infantry Division, Philippine Army. But, just as during the revolutionary period, was assigned to Malacanang Palace with the duties of the protection of the President, the First Family, and the Palace Complex. At the same time, the concept of armored forces was being introduced to the AFP. An old Renault Fort 17 tank used during the First World War became the first armored vehicle to be used in the Philippines, albeit only for training purposes. This is the very tank featured in the modern cavalry insignia used by the PA during the Second World War's opening days. The 26th Cavalry staged the final cavalry charge in U.S. Army history on January 16, 1942, while fighting the Japanese in Morong, Bataan. The 1st Cavalry Regiment later stood down in March of the same year. During the stages of the defense of Bataan, for the first time, tanks and armored vehicles were used in battle in the Philippines, replacing the horses. Units using them including the 194th and 192nd Tank Battalions and the 17th Ordnance Company, Armored United States Army, which later became the Provisional Tank Group, a SAFE using M3 Stuarts, Universal Carriers and M3 gun motor carriages, and the 2nd Provisional Tank Battalion of the 2nd Regular Division, PA, a SAFE, also using the Bren gun carriers. After the war, M4 Shermans, among other vehicles, formed the basis of the armored and mechanized forces of the PA. The 1st and 2nd Light Tank Companies were raised in 1946 to provide the starting blocks for armored warfare in the country. The Philippine Army also created and organized of Battalion Combat Teams, BCT, that saw action during the Korean War, as part of the Philippine Expeditionary Forces to Korea, such as the 10th BCT Tank Company, where they participated the Battle of Yaltong, led by Conrado Yap. After the war in Korea, on March 1, 1954, the 1st Cavalry Squadron was organized. Later, a tank training company was formed in Pampanga to train PA servicemen in armored warfare techniques, such as the Division Reconnaissance Company, which was soon upgraded as the 1st Tank Battalion in 1960. On April 1, 1974, the 1st Light Armored Battalion was organized under the 1st Infantry Division, which led to the creation of more related units in other brigades and battalions in the Philippine Army. These units were then part of major infantry divisions, until the creation of the Philippine Army Light Armor Regiment, PALR, on August 16, 1976, integrating all armored units within one single unit.